There is a topic of great interest, and it has to do with visitors from India to Pattaya and how the Thai people are reacting to them. Now, I was there for over 2 months recently, and I actually stayed in an area that caters to visitors from India. I think they call it Little India, but it could be like Little Middle East. I'm not really sure. Now, first, let me say that I've heard the stories of certain bars or certain go-go bars in particular where they're asking visitors from India to pay an admission fee or they're denying entry to Indians. Right? There's a lot of these stories. But I don't know if it's true or not. But this stems from the fact that there are all these stories of these really frugal Indians who are acting in an inappropriate manner, maybe not buying drinks or constantly trying to negotiate the price down to a very, very low price. It has to do with the fact that there are these short, cheap flights from India to Thailand now, and it's attracting a lot of the lower class Indians who have a very tight budget. Now, that being the case, I can also tell you that there is a growing number of bars and nightclubs and restaurants that cater to visitors from India. Like, I stayed in the Little India section, and you can see that there are a large number of Indian restaurants, to the extent where in that neighborhood I can't even find a Thai restaurant nearby. These Indian restaurants are run by Indians, and the food is cooked by Indians, and they cater to Indian visitors. And there are so many of these Indian restaurants that the food has to be good for them to stay in business. And I can tell you from experience, the food in those Indian restaurants are top notch. Now, I've been to India, and the food is just as good because they cater to Indian visitors, and Indian visitors aren't going to take bad shit for food, right? Like, they expect good food in Indian restaurants, and that's what they're getting. Now, also, I will say that those nightclubs are Indian nightclubs run by Indians for Indians, and the women who go to those nightclubs, they want to meet Indian men, right? They're looking for Indian clients. Same for some of the bars that are on that street where there are a lot of Middle Eastern restaurants. The girls in those bars are looking for Indian clients. Also, in that neighborhood, that Little India neighborhood, on those streets, similar to what you would find on Beach Road, there are women who are freelancers lined up on that street. And they are looking for Indian clients. That's who they want. So the question of, are Indian visitors welcomed in Pattaya, could be answered yes, in that particular neighborhood, and yes, generally, but in a few places where they have had bad experiences with the lower class Indians, no. But if you're a visitor from India and you can be a little bit more generous, you're going to have a good time in Pattaya. There's not going to be a problem. That's been my experience watching the people walking around in the Little India neighborhood. Indian men are having a good time.